Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about the 4 P's of content planning. Many of us already know the 4 P's of marketing, which is product, price, place and promotion. But let's talk about the 4 P's of content planning. Number 1 is production. Number 2 is placement. Number 3 is promotion. And number 4 is performance. So these are the 4 P's of content planning. Let's talk in details about it. Number 1 is production. It means while you are planning your content, you need to figure out how would you produce your content. If you're running a business, you can produce content by your own team, or you can outsource the entire content creation to some service providers as well. So you need to figure out how you will be producing your content. The production method of your content will actually depend on what type of content you are producing. If you are just producing blogs and stuff like that, it's easier to produce. But if you're focusing on creating video content or content in huge volume, so you need to be in details while you are planning your content. So first you need to figure out how you are going to produce your content. Number 2 is the placement of the content. Social medias are very dynamic. Each media has different requirement and has different peak hours, different formats for content. The format type that will work on YouTube might not be feasible for Instagram, and likewise. So you need to figure out the placement of your content while you are planning your content. So if you are looking forward to put majority of your content over Facebook, so you need to ensure that the planning of your content, the production of your content is based on the placement of your content. So you need to figure out what are the places where your contents will be available, and based on that plan your content. Number 3 is the promotion of your content. As I already said, social medias are very dynamic and you have to utilize different promotional tool and promotional method depending on where you are putting your content. So whenever you're doing this content planning, you need to ensure you have a detailed promotional plan for each of your content. Just for an example, if you are thinking of doing a sales campaign next month, you need to plan beforehand and need to ensure where these promotions will be. It can be paid promotion, then it gets into more details about audience selection, how long your ad should run, what's the budget, how will you measure your ROI. And if it's an organic campaign, they need to figure out what are the different platforms you will be using, how you can gain more organic reach, and how can you make reach more people through your content. So while you're planning your content, you need to have a detailed idea of your promotional planning of your content as well. And 4th is the performance. The performance will actually dictate how your content is doing. If the insights of your content reflects that your performance not is good enough, then something is wrong in the content planning. So you need to ensure which tool you will be using to measure the performance of your content. Just from top of my head, I can give you some examples. For example, if you're running an ad, you can look at how many conversion you had from that ad and measure the performance of that particular ad. Or if you're just running a donation campaign, you can look at how many donations you achieved from that particular campaign to ensure the performance is well enough or not. So these are overall the 4 P's of content planning. The first one is the production, how you are going to produce your contents. Number 2 is the placement, where you are going to put these contents and who is gonna see the contents based on the audience. Number 3 is promotion, how will you promote the content in different social media platforms, both for organic and both for paid promotions. And number 4 is the performance. You need to figure out what tools and measures you will be looking at to